The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
The ancient gods never went away, at least not completely. They no longer walk among us on a daily basis, but their touch on humanity can still be felt through the actions of their children. These children of divine heritage go through life as every mortal around them, until one day, a god appears before them making their parentage known. This visitation unlocks the potential inside them, the divine ichor that runs through their veins as they take their first steps into greatness. Born to the magic of yesterday and the promise of tomorrow, these Scions set out to create their own story. New myths and legends are created and forgotten every day, and yet their actions reflect on the reputation of their divine parent. Will the fate of the gods define their deeds, or will they create their own path and change the myths which came before them?
Worse, it was low-key. It's always low-key. Every legend has a beginning. Tonight, viewers, I bring you the tale of four Scions coming to terms of what it means to them. I am Zachary Naldra, he, him. Where's the Morgan's battle crows? Call me on the Bird app at Zach Rules. And tonight I will be your story guide. Dear viewers, come meet the Scions who are about to take their steps onto the path of becoming a god. Please state your name, pronouns, and where we can find you on the internet, and who you'll be playing tonight.
I am Relyn. You can find me here on Twitch at Mama McStabber, but on the Bird app, you can find me at Relyn Dare. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Caitlin Murphy. She doesn't know who her mommy is.
Hi, I am Lonnie. She, her. You can find me on Twitter at Lonnie10 and at Twitch at Sailor Lonnie, and I will be playing Natalia Blackburn. I'm Corey, or Unconscious Celestial. You can find me on Twitter at uncon_celestial, and I am playing Nezzy Ridge.
I am Ginny Vanesh, she, her, and you can find me pretty much everywhere underneath Ginny Vanesh, also at the RPG table too. And tonight I'm playing Dr. Minnie Jones, apparently the daughter of Herman, the god of tech and roadies. And I have no idea what the Googles did not explain anything to me. Mom!
For a recap of our viewers, our Scions here had an interesting night last night after a mishap at a escape room led them to meeting with a incarnate Scion of Hera, who had talked them into confronting an incarnate Scion of Zeus. It did not go the way Hera had necessarily hoped it would. There was some shoe throwing, there were some explosions at the bar, and a little bit of controlled chaos. From there, our Scions went and about their ways after having a late night dinner. Some made some phone calls. Some went on the internets and saw an interesting TikTok video. And they did what they needed to do to relax and have a restful night's sleep. Who actually had a restful night's sleep?
Considering the alcohol she drank, Caitlin probably did.
Meanwhile, she's
Desi.
probably waking up and making herself an Irish coffee for the hangover.
I was going to say Nezzy probably dead after the adrenaline left her body, just went home and just fell asleep. Yeah.
Natalia probably stayed up a little bit longer than the rest of them, just looking up things about Scions, trying to figure out everything that happened, basically.
So you find a fair amount of information. Not all of it necessarily seems reliable. We have, websites for people who think Scions are the worst thing in the world. We have websites for people who are clearly Scion groupies. We have little TMZs for that only cover Scions in the city of Boston, and just a wide variety of conflicting information. And Dr. Minnie, after your phone call with your mom,
Yeah.
how did the rest of her night go?
Lost, confused, many energy drinks. Lost in the sense of just the Google did not help at all. The Google, looking up the Googles, trying to find this guy. No, forget it.
How many texts has Minnie sent Caitlin by the morning?
I lost count after about 76. This is fine. There might have been a lot of I don't understand my mom anymore. I need cookies. I need Road Stars. Oh my God, I need more. Can we go to McDonald's? Kid, do you have a car? I can't drive like this. I need a car. I need. Oh, come on over. I made a new replica of this. And then, a lot of pictures of different things as she was just creating it throughout the night because sleeping, what's that? Existential crisis? Hi, hello, how are you?
So Dr. Me did not get a lot of sleep last night, or any at all, really?
If she did, it may be an hour or two when her body said, oh, you need to rest out. And she just kind of just crashed, like half bench, half kind of like, it's very like discombobulated contortionist style. Like, how the hell does she survive? We don't know. We don't ask.
So I believe it was Caitlin and Natalia who had gone on to the TikToks and seen the video of Natalia throwing the shoe and then it being stitched in by Zeus in bed with a unidentified man and woman.
Yeah, that's just creepy.
Now that you've had the night to try to avoid having that image in your dreams, you go back to the TikToks or you do something else in the morning.
Actually, Caitlin makes her Irish coffee and she's sipping on it while she's going through the phone and she sees like 76 or 78 fucking texts from Dr. Jones and she's like, in a minute. She goes back to the TikTok.
Valid. Valid.
She goes back to the TikTok and then she puts down the number for the nearest health clinic that's near where the bar was. Y'all might need some, and leaves a comment, here's the number to the clinic. Y'all might need some antibiotics after that. And she leaves that comment.
So you can't actually find that video.
Oh, really? Damn, she wanted to leave that comment.
Now, Natalia, are you also going to the TikToks?
Before she goes to the TikTok, she's gonna send a message to Caitlin just to be like, how much do you know about gods or goddesses? Need help finding things.
She literally sees that come in. She just texts, I'm a witch. Kind of know a lot. What do you need?
She'll respond with, "You said I smell like olives. What does that mean?"
She sends back, "Well, you and Dr. Jones smell like that, and so did Hera and Zeus."
She'll just send like a so confused emoji face, like a...
And she sends back, "Greek pantheon."
She just sends back a thumbs up, like, "Oh, no." Just like, okay.
And she said, "I don't know who you might be from, but that's definitely Greek."
And she'll just respond with, "Thanks for the help. That answered one of my questions." And then she'll scroll on the TikToks.
Yeah.
And while we're at it, do either Nezzy or Dr. Mindy do the TikToks or any other sort of social medias in the morning?
Nessie's probably looking over emails and probably Twitter and Facebook, just seeing if there's any networking or wrestling matches coming up.
Minnie went to the Bird, the Insta, and she would actually check her algorithm on the TikToks. If she actually saw that eluded one, she'd probably put best gag reflex ever, as in, "I'm needing to hurl and clean my phone off now. Thank you for the gut-wrenching."
So those of you that are going back to TikToks do not see the same video from last night. You do see what it was stitched from, a longer clip of the incident where the bouncer does get up and come to the table, where Minnie and Nezzy do rejoin and come over. We see the shoe throwing. We see other clips of Natalia also singing. We see clips, some are shorter in duration, some from different angles, of Nezzy just embarrassing the bouncer's attempt to grab her. You're starting to get people reaching out to you. People are like, "Oh my God, is this you? That was an awesome throw. I can't believe you dodged that. Those Amazons are known for being great warriors." And it just continues on. There are several comments with the Austin Powers, "Seriously, who throws a shoe?" There are some extremely positive comments. Some people are saying, "Oh, this Amazon, he threw me out of there because I was drunk the other night, blah, blah, blah. Good. Silver, what's up?" It's just a wide range, and people are digging the videos, the events of last night.
Nah, Caitlin's just like, good, maybe it'll drum up some more business at the shop. And then she goes to Dr. Jones's text. She kind of just scrolls through the highlights of the text and doesn't really click on any of them. And then she calls Dr. Jones.
Mom?
No, I'm not your mother.
Oh, okay.
It's Caitlin.
Oh my God, Caitlin, I don't understand what's going on. I called my mom last night and it just went crazy. And then she tried to tell me what was happening and that I didn't understand and that I didn't know what was going on. And then I never heard of a place called Motley Crue or a planet called Dr. Jones. No, Dr. Feelgood, that's it. I'm Dr. Jones. Hi. Where's my wallet? I haven't checked my ID today yet. Hi. What did you need? What did you do? How did I do things? Did I fuck up something? I'm sorry.
No, you just sent me like 80 texts, honey. What happened?
I called my mom last night.
And what did she say?
Oh, God. Oh, no. Right. Sorry. Hi. Okay. Apparently, before my mom met my dad, who really isn't my dad, which is really weird because I don't really understand how my dad cannot be my dad, but is my dad. Some weird existential crisis happened. And, apparently, it seems that my mom met a guy named Herman. And he did tech for tech for a band that was a cover of a band. And he was a roadie and a technician. And apparently he did a whole lot of other stuff that I'm not even sure what he did. But at the end of the day, he was called Herman. And so she believes I am the daughter of Herman, the god of roadies and technicians for a cover band called Dr. Feelgood. That's just really creepy, weird, and gross.
I do hear Caitlin just dying, laughing, cackling on the fucking phone.
This led to an existential crisis. Me building like 5, 6 different, oh my God, no, never mind. 20 different things. I've gone through most of my stuff of Rockstar or energy drinks, and I apparently I need
Minnie.
more. What?
Stop.
Bye.
Your dad is still your dad. He raised you.
Yes, but apparently
He's
I got
not the one that
dad.
made you, but he's the one that raised you.
Is this the whole thing where there's a difference between dad and daddy?
Yes.
Okay, so
The
then he's
baby
still my
daddy
but
was
the other
Herman the
guy's
tech guy. Okay.
Okay, so he's my dad, but my dad is now my daddy, so that I can also respect the whole dad thing. Got it.
Exactly.
Okay,
No
right.
crisis needed. Your mom just had fun with a guy that was attached to a band.
Okay, so I don't have daddy issues.
Right.
I have father issues.
Exactly.
Thank you for clearing this
You
up.
have sperm donor issues.
But no. Here's the thing. Was he just a sperm donor? Or did he actually try to attempt to be a father so that he was going to try to be
That's
my
something your
daddy?
mother has to ask. You have to ask your mother that. Because
not going
I
to.
can't
This is
answer
your
that.
mother.
But I
don't
don't know
wanna-
of any god, Herman.
I know. I was thinking Herman Munster, but then again, that would mean I'm part of the Munster family. Do you know how weird that is?
Okay,
Being the
would you
daughter
really
of
want a father that
Frankenstein?
goofy?
I mean, my dad was goofy.
What? No, I'm talking Herman Munster level goofy, okay?
Oh, right. Because then if my dad was goofy, he was fucking me, and that would be just a whole different thing altogether. Because I remember that Disney joke that my mom made one time. Anyhow.
Okay. Well, I can tell you one thing. Natalia texted me and asked me what I knew about gods and stuff. And, I'm a witch. So I kind of know I know a little. I don't know everything, obviously, because I didn't know what the fuck.
But don't you work at a bookstore?
No, I have an occult shop.
But you've got books in the occult shop.
I do. But I know a lot about various pantheons and different gods. But
because you're a witch.
Yeah, exactly. But
I know.
But yeah, so I recognize that you and Natalia have the same scent as Hera and Zeus.
I refuse this. I have put lavender, roses, and vanilla all over the place. I have bathed.
It's not that kind of scent. It's not that kind of scent. It's not something you can wash away.
It needs to be washed away because I don't want to smell like some kind of pepperoni pizza. And as
you
I
don't
walk
smell
down the
like
street, men just try
pepperoni.
to
You smell like olive oil
gross.
and like oregano and maybe some wine.
Oh, great. So now they're going to think me as some kind of Italian dinner walking.
No, it's fine. And I'm not going to say nobody can smell it, but I think they'd have to be like us to be able to smell it.
Okay, so then I'm not going to have a whole bunch of guys going, Italian dinner walking.
Exactly. I don't think so, at least. We can hope.
Okay.
But basically, you both are going to be tied to the Greek pantheon. Herman said the guy was like tech and building shit.
Well, no, it was a roadie, and he did technical things. But I don't know. My mom's not that understanding of technology, which is kind of sad. I mean, she raised me. I thought it somehow would, like, come from me into her. So
Story
she could
guy,
understand.
do I need to roll something to see if I can put 2 and 2 together on this one?
If you want to take a roll to see what you know about the Greek pantheon and who this could be, go for it. Let's get
Like a drink or something like that, too, while she's at it.
Intellect, culture?
Yeah, we'll give this culture.
Okay. Can my specialty of being a witch impact that?
So, the way that the specialties work in Scion is not that it improves that ability, it bleeds out into other skills. So if you had another skill that you were rolling that wasn't culture, that which pagan stuff would apply to,
Okay, got you.
that's when the specialty comes into play.
I got you. Okay, thank you for clarifying.
We pause this existential crisis for the rolling of the dice.
Off about my
6 successes.
6 successes. Okay. So there are a couple gods that fit in with the description that she's given of music and creation. Are you kind of focusing in on either of those?
Based on what Minnie's told Caitlin, there hasn't been mention that he was necessarily musical himself. He was more towards creating, crafting, that kind of thing.
Okay. So,
because being a roadie and being a tech, that's a lot of hands-on work. So,
right. So you can really narrow this down. So Festus is the god of craft and industry. As far as, and there aren't any other male gods in that pantheon,
right? That are really associated with that.
Fit with that. If she's based off of being certain that it is a god and that it is a dude,
right?
That would essentially limit out. If it was just a Greek and creator, there might be some other options, but you've got enough to really eliminate just about everybody else.
Okay. Thank you for that, story guy. All right, so back to scene. Minnie?
Yeah?
I've given it some thought, and I think I know who your daddy is.
Okay, how does this work?
I think your mom
did
it with Hephaestus.
And who Hephaestus? Hephaestus?
Hephaestus.
Wait.
The one who gave man fire.
I mean, I don't know much about it.
He was the god of the forge. He was the god of creation and creating. And yeah.
Side note, I failed my faith stuff, so I really don't know much about this stuff.
That's okay.
Is this all your work?
I can bring you a book.
Oh, good. I like books. I like reading.
I can bring you
reading
a book.
Reading is fundamental.
Okay.
Yes, we like that. We really, really do.
How about we get the other girls together and let's meet up for, like, breakfast?
Oh, I thought it was still night.
No.
What time is it?
It's like 9 a.m.
Oh, pucker nuts.
Yeah.
I haven't, well, maybe I slept. I don't know. Did I sleep?
You were asleep when I called.
Oh, I passed out. Shoot. Okay. Right. Oil.
Text me your address. I'll come pick you up.
Okay, I don't look good, but I'll throw my head on.
Hey, sweetie, I can help you with that too. It's fine.
Okay. I
she
believe
hangs up.
this is what that's. Oh, I was gonna tell you I look like a hot net, but fine. Bark-a-doodle yourself. See if
And she
I care.
finishes her Irish coffee and grabs a book from one of her shelves to take to Minnie.
Everyone hangs by me.
All right, Nezzy. So in the morning, do you go to work out, or do you go to your studio? Do you have classes that you run, or what's your morning routine going to look like?
Not first thing in the morning, not for classes. Probably am going to the gym just to fit in a workout though.
Walk to the gym, jog, take the subway.
I mean, not too much cardio. Probably just take subway.
All right. So you're going through the subway, and you notice there's a couple of like I would say that they're not quite totally meatheads, but they are clearly people who are in shape. You don't necessarily recognize anybody, but if there was kind of a look that people who were other fighters, wrestlers had, you might see a little bit of cauliflower ear. You get a couple looks from a couple dudes that look like that. They kind of look for you, look down at their phone, kind of look over.
I'm doing my best. Like, I probably notice it in my peripheral vision, but I'm doing my best to not acknowledge it.
All right. You get in, you open up your start, head to the gym, you start working out. No. This guy comes over, he just kind of was like, hey, were you on the video last night, the one throwing the Amazon? Was that you?
Sorry, did video? Well, sorry, what was that? What did you say? Something about a video?
No. And he pulls out his phone and pulls up TikTok and shows you the video. And I'm like, yeah, this is you. As the Lita attempts to do her attack on you, and this is one of them. There's a whole bunch of these, and it's like different guys commenting on technique and and not all of them are necessarily they're dudes on the internet, so not all of them are necessarily the best.
Of course, yep.
Yeah, you know how guys are. We'll leave it at that. But they all are.
General, yeah.
They're for the most part, they're all attempting to be complimentary. Some of them are being a little, I'd like her to throw me kind of thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going like,
yeah, no.
I could do better than that.
Right. Yeah.
Those comments definitely throw her off. She's not used to that kind of attention. Being like almost like an intimidating presence her whole life. She's not used to that sort of like online attention yet. She's still very new, obviously, into the whole like wrestling scene, so that online presence hasn't been put on her yet. So that she kind of awkwardly just will process that later. But she kind of like is this everywhere online?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen it on the gram yet. It's only really been, I don't think people still, I guess older people might still use that one, but it's just really TikTok. there was a bunch of girls that were shooting, like they were having a sing-along or something beforehand. I didn't watch those. It wasn't. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, that is me. Thanks for showing me. I had no idea it was being filmed.
You're. I mean, I love putting good moves. Where did you train?
Actually, I train under self-defense. My self-defense teacher, Lisa. Yeah, local gym. It's mostly for them, people.
You have like a number or something? I don't know. My cousin could probably use some classes.
Yeah, actually, I've got a card here. She kind of puts down her water bottle, goes and digs through her bag, hands him a card.
Thanks. Would it be weird if I asked you for a selfie?
I mean, sure. I guess that's fine. If you could tag it to my Twitter.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. What's it? And he pulls out his phone and he just like puts his arm up and he's like next to you and he's close.
I kind of awkwardly try to like, try to like amp up the style a bit because, getting into wrestling, I'm trying to like, make a name for myself. So I'm like,
yeah,
posing a little bit.
He's like, all right, thanks. Yeah, what's your handle so I can tag you on Twitter?
She gives him. It's Coolridge.
He tags. He goes off. Thanks, and goes back over to the squat rack where he is doing dumbbell curls. I'll tell you. So after the text exchange from Caitlin, what's next on your morning?
She'll probably go work her shift at the bookstore she works at. She's probably late. She's usually there way before the store opens, and it's like 9. So yeah, she's super late in her opinion.
All right. So the store is not open yet, though, right?
Yeah.
But there is this girl. She's high school age. Probably not, like a senior or someone who is old enough to have a license or anything. She's out there. She's kind of waiting for you, and she sees you, and her eyes kind of light up. You've recognized her. She's been in the store before a couple times. When she sees you, I saw the video of you singing last night. You were so great. You're famous.
I saw the video too. The store's not open yet. Just give me a couple minutes and I'll get everything ready.
Where'd you learn how to sing like that?
It's kind of a hidden talent. I learned from my mother, but haven't never really actually sung before in front of people. So
that's so cool. I gotta get going because I gotta go back to school. But don't tell anybody. I have a study hall I'm skipping. I came out to see you.
You shouldn't be skipping study hall.
I can get good grades. I don't need to study. It's okay.
I can only advise that you not skip study hall. I can't tell you what to do. So.
All right. Well, thank you. And I'll maybe wish I had something you could sign so I could show the people that I knew you.
Well, I'm here most of the day, so after you get done with school, you can come back and there's probably like an old book or something that you want me to sign.
That would be really cool. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And she kind of not quite running, not quite skipping, but something in between as she's heading back to class. All right. And Caitlin, you were heading over to Dr. Minnie's and you were planning on reaching out to the others to meet up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Texting, calling.
Texting.
Texting.
Yeah,
right.
while Minnie's getting ready because Caitlin had to help sort her out. Yeah, she's just sending out a text to each of them. Want breakfast?
Nezzy replies, famished. When and where?
And then Caitlin texts back, where you at?
Just finishing at gym.
And she sends the one on and she sends the address where that one's located. And
Natalia responds with just a hungry face emoji.
okay, and she says, okay, where are you? She says that back, and then she goes back to Nancy. Okay, I know a place not far from there that's really great. I'll swing by and pick you up from the gym.
Natalia replies with, at night, currently stalking books at the Bookhaven bookstore.
Be there in 30-ish?
I think I'm ready.
You're good, Minnie. Let's go.
Sure.
Take off the apron.
But that, I mean, it took me 3 hours just to try and get into the. I should take it off. Going in and out. No.
So the place that y'all go to happens to be just across the street from Bookhaven, miraculously.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Convenient
in
like
between
that.
in between the Dunkin' Donuts and the Starbucks.
Yeah.
But the good Dunkin' Donuts is another on the other end of the block.
Yeah.
So y'all order. They happen to have everything that you just feel like eating on the menu, and you've got drinks of your choice.
Oh yeah, definitely a smoothie. And I'm like, when the server walks away, I'm like, putting a little bit of protein powder.
You see the coffee basically delivered with a pitcher of cream, and Caitlin literally puts a splash of Irish whiskey from a flask in it and tops it with cream. And she ordered a corned beef hash omelet.
Energy drinks and all the sugar and carbs she can consume.
Donuts.
Lots of them.
Lots of them.
Pancakes.
Mm.
And then
It's
especially,
syrup.
well, that, and then you also have to make sure you get the chocolate chip waffles. Then you have to make sure you get the crispy, extra crispy bacon. Not burnt, but crispy. And then on top of that, you need to go and get those big hash browns. You put all the ketchup in it, and then you can mix around with the scrambled eggs and the chopped up other stuff, and then you throw milk in, and then you mix everything together, and you just go in. It's what we call the trash can.
Oh, I will take a side of bacon with my omelet.
Pass the extra crispy. You gotta see that crisp, and it has to like as she walks, it's got to break. That's how crispy it is. Just not burnt. Crisp.
What you getting, Natalia?
She is going to have an apple juice to drink and then like scrambled egg with cheese and like just like an extra plate of just bacon.
Nezzy's got I also ordered omelet, but then I also ordered an extra bowl of cottage cheese and
all that protein
and like just a bit of like and fruit and just this big like fruit bowl thing. Yeah.
She's a big eater.
She's got to replace some calories that she burned. Yeah, it's bulking season.
It's bulking season.
She has done battle with the evil squat rack and is coming away victorious.
God damn it, Zach. That fucking squat rack. I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
All right, so
All right.
Natalia, you had questions about Scions you wanted to ask. Let's go. Well, we got yourself a bona fide witch.
I don't know where to start. I mean, I know now what pantheon my parents may be from, but I just want to know why. Why me, if that makes sense? I'm not anything special, so...
How can you
Did
say
you
that?
hear yourself sing last night? Did you
exactly-
see yourself throw a shoe clear across the room?
There's a TikTok on it.
There is.
Wow.
Yeah, I was told. I think
Oh,
it's like
you didn't see
5.
it? I turn around and I stood up for you because, yeah, shoes can be used as weapons. Here they come to your front that it can't be. I'm offended for you.
I ignore the haters. They have nothing better to do.
You're not wrong.
I mean, I might want to smite them because they're being rude, but still.
Oh, Minnie, here's that book. And it's actually a book on Hephaestus. It's not very big. It's just, a reference type book. A witch's reference. Yeah.
It's only 10 pages.
It's
How am I
not
supposed to get deep into this?
No, it's okay. It's got enough information there to kind of get a little bit of the lore of him. How
I have a cell phone number and email.
No, it doesn't have that, sweetie.
My mom says she had a one-night stand with you. Can you confirm?
But
we need to go on more
it has some images in it. You may be able to ask your mom if that's Herman.
But like, we're 25 years ago. Do you think she remembers him? Like that?
Well, she remembered him enough to tell you.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. All right. Sure. Yep.
Drink your energy drink.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do right now.
So while you look through this, just some basic information that you get about Hephaestus here. Hephaestus is the son of Hera, rejected by Hera, and she actually threw him off of Olympus at one point. As a revenge, he crafted a chair for her that when she sat in it, entrapped her into it. Until Dionysus convinced him with lots of wine, let her out. He was married to Aphrodite. He treated the entire marriage as a joke, and she certainly slept around just about as much as Zeus is rumored to have slept around on Hera.
He feels bad for Dad already. Oh, he's a hug.
There are various notations about the just the various things that he crafted. Spent a lot of time working on the forge, making all sorts of just interesting is going to be the word for it. Lots of things that weren't really useful to mortals, but may have been something he felt like making.
Creativity just comes at a whim. Okay. Just come over like, look at it and go literally, all right, I'm done. Do you want it back?
You can keep it.
Oh,
That
no, I
way
haven't
you could...
memorized it all.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to take a picture of the image of him to take to your mom?
No, I've got it in my head already.
Okay. And she puts it back in her bag.
I'll just do a more detailed drawing and kind of give him a little bit more like plumpy lips and maybe a little bit of a goatee and maybe, kind of like a weird ass kind of punk rocky look. And then kind of, I don't want to do any piercings. That looks a little bit but at the same time, he's already kind of already. So kind of give him a little bit more of a romantic look. In the weirdest punk rocky, I don't.
Why am I just envisioning punk rock Fabio?
I mean, here's the question. I have a question. So if he was that hot for my mom to sleep with him, then why did Hera throw him off a cliff?
Off of Mount Olympus.
I mean,
she supposedly threw him off of Mount Olympus.
Yes, but wouldn't he have like damaged himself and gotten hurt and all this other stuff?
He's basically a god.
Doesn't mean that he's hot.
No, it doesn't mean that he's hot. Maybe he isn't.
I mean, have you seen some of the not hot gods are like, oh.
It does note that he is, of course, extremely strong.
Right.
But on his face, he's working with hot fire. Sometimes you get burned. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it leaves scars. So
he's not hot, but he's hot.
Yeah, I'm sure it got rather hot at times.
I mean, he's depending on which hot you're talking about, he's definitely hot from like the shoulders down to the hips.
As long as the groin is fine, hey, we'll go fuck him.
There's also comment about his legs being withered. He apparently didn't get around well, and was often creating inventions to just amazing things. There's mention of one that the best thing that you could relate it to, which they really probably didn't have at the time whenever this was written, was like a spider wheelchair. Instead of wheels, it was spider legs that were able to crawl up things.
Okay.
Was short-lived. He had a variety of those devices. There are some rumors, you've probably gone to your phone, started looking around, that the various different off-roading wheelchairs that are on the market now were his creation.
Yeah, that's where the battle tanks come.
Battle tanks? Okay.
Yeah, they have their wheelchairs that actually have tank rims.
I have not seen those, but yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a thing.
My mom used them in Colorado for off-wielding in parks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He is apparently credited for designs that have led to those creations.
Okay, and is there like a Children of the Gods Society Reddit, Twitter, Facebook page? How do I get my mom's back child support for this?
There's just as with the research that Natalia had done earlier, there's a variety of things out there to find. How much of them are actually credible? It's hard to sift through.
So what do we do? Call them like their name 3 times and they appear, or do we do a voodoo dance, or do we do
I have no idea.
But you're the witch. You should know how to call and summon these people.
Well, I know how to do it from a witch's perspective, but I don't know how to do it from our perspective. I'm new to this too, remember?
Yeah, but you're brilliant and you've got this great mind for all the witchy stuff. So I'm assuming that at least you have just like a think of like hidden like, oh, I should try this, and poof. I can't like summon fire in the middle of my hand, so
it hasn't hit me yet. Maybe I'm just overwhelmed by all this.
Fair. Yeah. How do we have to hit you? I mean, I'm not opposed to hitting somebody if they want to and if they give me consent, but I have been known to be really good with a frying pan.
Don't hit me.
Okay.
Don't do that.
How about can I tap you on the head? With the
No,
finger?
you're not going to pet me on the head.
That's a tap you.
Yeah, but that's like a pet. Don't do that.
Okay, but no, I wasn't going to pet you. You're not a kitty.
No, I'm
I
not.
would love to have a little kitty and then just stroke it gently and look evilly at everyone and have a maniacal laugh.
Natalia, so basically, I'm not sure how we can narrow yours down.
Your guess is as good as mine. I know nothing.
I mean, you know, Minnie here, she talked to her mom last night, and her mom gave her some really good clues.
It was a good clue. God of roadies and tech. Really? That's not, I couldn't find anything on Google.
No, you're not going to find anything for that. But consider what type of work that is. It's crafting, it's creating, it's building, it's a lot of manual labor.
I know, but I was having existential crisis on who
Yeah,
my
so
daddy
you weren't
was.
thinking logically.
What's logic when you're in the middle of like, who's my daddy, who isn't my dad, and
You
who's
were
my
thinking
father?
emotionally.
I mean, yes, and as somebody who's stuttering, I called the bestest person to know about all of these things, you, and you're supposed to be my rocket raccoon to kind of zero me and focus me.
And I have done so.
See there.
On
I
my
put all the
time.
texts. I'll pay for your lunch, breakfast,
No, you're fine.
food,
It's
whatever.
fine. I offered for everybody to come out.
Do you need gas money?
I'm good.
Okay. I'll pay back.
It's fine.
You say that now.
How's everyone's morning been?
Bye.
Besides apparently being TikTok famous now. Great. Oh, tell me about it. I was accosted today at the gym.
How much?
Please tell me you punched someone.
Oh no, it wasn't bad. It was just I'm not used to like being approached at the gym. Like I'm used to going, doing my workout and leaving and going and eating and then having a nap and then going back for a class. Like I'm not used to being talked to. It was weird. And don't even get me started on some of the comments that I saw. I don't even know why y'all are on TikTok. Oh my gosh. The trolls and just, how do you navigate through it all? Jeez.
There's a feature called block.
I have lightsabers.
There.
I have lightsabers that you could totally use and go totally Sith on them.
I mean, my block thumb is strong.
Cut them in half. Just think of it that way.
I mean, I have this handheld workout device, but yeah.
Well, luckily no one accosted me yet, at least, but oh my gosh. Was it at least someone cute?
I didn't even notice. They were just
It
they
took
wanted
you
a
by such a
selfie,
shock.
and it was the fact that they were even talking to me. I just brain off. But they wanted a selfie, and they were telling me that like it's all over the place. And I mean, it on one level, I'm sure it's a good thing. I mean, I'm glad that I didn't like totally whiff that dodge, because that would have been like the worst publicity ever. But I mean, it's good, I guess, to a degree. Good publicity. I don't know. I think I need to get a PR person now. I don't know.
As you say that, you get a text from with your employees. There's apparently a bunch of new people trying to sign up for the gym.
For the self-defense classes or for, like, just to work out at the gym?
There's just a whole bunch of just new registrations going on.
See? Look at this. Look at this.
Hey, that's good, though. That's money, right?
That's business.
I mean, it's, unless they're taking the self-defense classes, it's not money in my pocket. But I mean, it's still interesting, like, that they want to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always told you were brilliantly wonderful when
Nezzy,
you did
you're
their
a
things.
badass.
Yeah.
I mean, not only last night, I've seen you perform at, the Ren fairs. You're fantastic.
I thank you for that, but I'm just not used to all of it. Like, being complimented on a one-to-one level, oh, hey, great boxing match. Oh, hey, great jousting. Oh, hey, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was easy to handle. This
Having fans?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna need
You might need
some time
a
to
PR
process
person.
this. Yeah.
Can I finally launch my Nezzy combat doll? Because I made you as a combat character and you have this whole action thing.
So you have a doll?
Well, yeah, I made an action figure of you. I told you I was like four seasons ago. You didn't think I was actually going to do it?
No. Is it a robot? Like, what did you do?
Oh no! And she'll pull up her phone, and it's a complete Nezzy action figure doll with all the accoutrements that she has for all the different things that she plays and does, and she's got different outfits, and then she even made like different designs for like the Ren Fair, wrestling, blah blah blah, and she did a whole kind of like cool like Star Wars action thing to it.
You got outfits. You did outfits for
That's
it.
really cool, actually. I would buy it.
Just wait.
Aw.
Nezzy's like completely
does
beet
not
red
compute.
in the face.
Wait a minute.
So, Dr. Rennie.
Yeah, honey?
As you pull up your phone and show these images and you're putting your phone back,
Oh dear.
you've got a whole bunch of notifications on your email.
Okay.
They're orders. People orders. People are reaching out to you to make stuff.
Holy crap. Oh my gosh. The phone's so hot I can't hold it anymore. I need it. I should I better take this home. I better write it. I need to do.
What?
I'm selling stuff.
Oh, good.
Wait, hold on. I could totally, I can make an action figure out of Nat, and then I could make an action figure of you, and then we could just hold it as the dream team, and then making sure that Nat's got the combat, throwing grip, so that you could throw your shoe at anyone, and then you can have like this whole like weird, cool like spell book, and then having all these crows behind you or ravens, and then kind of like just like the action team.
There's a
Dr. Mini Juice is not included. Huh?
There's a slight tap on the window that you can hear.
Caitlin turns towards it.
Caitlin, there's a crow kind of perched on the window. This one has some white feathers around its beak and head. And it looks at you and just kind of taps again. This is a crow that you know. You've seen it before. And before we meet this crow, we're going to go on break. Welcome back. Our band of Scions have been enjoying a lovely breakfast, getting everything that they could want out of a breakfast, talking about the events of the morning, what they've been going through. And then they hear a tap, tap, tap on the window. Tap, tap, tap. And sitting on the ledge is a black crow with white feathers around its head.
Caitlin looks back. I know that crow. Seen it around a lot. She takes like her mug of coffee with whiskey in it and just drains it, sets it down, walks outside, walks right up to it.
The crow picks up a piece of paper that is placed carefully on the edge of the window ledge and turns and maneuvers, sticking out its beak as if it's trying to pass you this.
And she just shakes her head and reaches out and takes it. And
the crow flies off. It's an address of a convent. Our Ladies of the Emerald Isle.
She folds up the note and goes back inside.
So,
she sets the note on the table and opens it up and says, looks like I gotta go visit some nuns.
We all go? I mean, what if they try and kidnap you? What if they take you? Oh, oops, they're trying to do a whole kidnapping thing and breaking up our set of things, so I can't do the whole action figure thing. Oh!
I really don't think it's going to be that dramatic, but it might be. I don't know.
It's nuns. You could never be too sure. Kind of like monks. I mean, we have one right here. Well, she's not really a monk, but she's close enough to, weaponize to be a monk. I mean, she could just do a whole monkey thing.
Okay, do not call Nessie a monk.
What? I mean, the kung fu. Just do the kung fu. Right? That and brewing beer. That's all they're really good for is kung fu and beer.
Oh, my goodness. Do you all want to go?
Yeah, I'm sure I can go.
I want to know how they teach those ravens how to do Morse code. Yes.
It was a crow.
A bird.
Ravens are bigger.
I didn't ask the girth of the bird. It's just got wings, it's got 2 feet, and it flaps and flies.
And it's really fucking smart.
Well, I thought that was dolphins.
It's just weird. I mean, I've always heard if you befriend crows, they'll bring you gifts, but I've never had one like literally turn around with a note in its mouth to hand it to me like it's a carrier pigeon.
We all called you Raven, so this isn't a surprise. I mean, you literally had ravens outside the classroom all the time. Blackbirds! Gosh darn it! Crows, blackbirds, you know what? You were just the bird girl, okay? There you go. Because that's what we called you, because we were always wondering where you were at, and we could just find you because of where you were, these blackbirds were.
For the record, I did not call her that.
No, it was the teachers.
Oh my gosh.
You were known. I was told about you before you came into my class. You were the infamous black girl, bird, woman. We all thought that you had some kind of weird-ass mental powers that just were like, we knew we had to at least appease to your gentle and wonderful nature so that we didn't have the whole bird situation. Did you ever see that movie?
I've never been able to weaponize the crows, okay? They just seem to show up when I'm really stressed about something.
Maybe this is a sign of the nuns saying, it's time to learn how to weaponize the bird.
Okay, that would be pretty awesome.
Remember, I passed you. You were always a good student. I enjoyed you being in my class, even though I didn't understand half of what you said at times. But I smiled and nodded and said, okay. And I'm going to make these tarot cards be flashy with like kind of like gambit, like smoke coming out of them. So you could just start throwing them like, doo, 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 doo. There you are.
Okay, that's kind of badass. Okay, well let's pay.
You're all badasses.
Let's pay for our breakfast and go.
Okay, and she'll just run up to her with her credit card before anyone else, so she can pay. So Caitlin can't pay for it because she's being a witchy, like that.
The waiter lets you know it's already been paid for.
How'd I get paid?
I didn't pay for it.
How was it paid? Who paid for it?
Caitlin's looking around.
There's
Did you
a...
get a tip?
They tipped fairly well, yes.
Okay, can you at least tell me how much it was?
The tip for the meal.
Huh? The meal.
Is that for the four of you?
Yeah.
It came out to $47.83.
Oh, okay, hold on. And she'll pull out $100 and go, now I'm giving you a tip. Take it.
Takes that, kind of looks at it. It's a $100 bill. Does the little marker thing to make sure it's a real one.
Yeah.
There was you noticed the man that was in the that was sitting over at the table over there. You had saw him earlier, the guy that was at the wheelchair. That was, yeah, he's the one who paid for it.
Wait, there was a guy here with the what?
There was a gentleman in a wheelchair who he rolled out just passing as Caitlin came back in.
Wait a minute. And do you see where he went?
No, I didn't see where he went. I was coming in.
Oh, I was talking to the waitress. But that's good that you didn't see where he was going either. I was
Interesting.
going to ask you afterwards. Minnie's going to run out and kind of look.
There is a sports car backing out of a handicap parking spot and takes off down the road.
Hold on, I gotta write stupid dice. Give me a minute. High or low? Sorry, Tyler.
What are you trying to roll?
I'm rolling stupid dice. I need to know high or low.
Difficulty is always 8. I'm not.
No. I'm telling you.
Oh.
Like,
It's a yes.
High
It's basically a high number or a low number, whether or not she does something stupid.
yes.
Do you want to do something stupid?
That's why I'm rolling the stupid dice.
Okay, well, if you want to do something stupid, he succeeded doing something stupid if you roll an 8, a 9, or a 10.
I rolled a 9 on the stupid dice, so she's going to run after it.
Okay. Run after a sports car. It's going.
That can be successful, but that's fine. It's at least the attempt.
Caitlin looks at the others as we're leaving the restaurant and see Minnie just taking off. That woman has no impulse control.
Yeah. We should go get her.
Yeah,
Not wrong.
So we get in the car and we drive up to pull up next to her. Minnie, get your butt in the car.
Can't get my butt out of my car. I don't know how to surgically take that off and put it in your car. Plus, that's gross. Get in. Okay, give me a minute. You have to stop running and try to get into the car. And she will get into the car using the best way possible by just trying to jump into it. I hope nobody called shotgun. Just going to jump into the window.
They know you. Okay.
Literally.
All right, so we head to the convent.
Minnie,
Mm-hmm.
you are able to recall that the license plate is a You aren't able to get the full thing. It's H3AS.
She just pulls out like a piece of paper from her backpack and starts writing.
It is a model of a sports car that you've never seen before.
Can she attempt to hack into the DMV through her phone or her laptop?
If you wanted to do it on your phone or on your laptop while you are driving.
Well, thank God I'm not driving. She is.
I'm driving.
If you want to do it from a car where you're not able to take as many security precautions as you might normally would be able to, you can, but it is going to be at a high difficulty.
Fair. I mean, no impulse control. Hi, how are you? Have you met me?
All right. Give me a technology and cunning roll.
Oh, God, cunning. What? Oh, I'm not bad at that. What's my diff at?
It's always 8.
Okay. But okay, I only got 2. I got 2 9s.
You're not able to get enough information to really do anything with it.
That's fair. At least she attempted it. That's the important part. She'll do it again later. Now on the Nunso. They'll be watching her.
Yeah. All right. So, Caitlin's driving, so we know what she's doing on the way to the convent. Natalie, are you attempting to do anything while you're on the way there?
Natalia's probably gonna text her boss and be like, something came up. Sorry for the short notice. Have to leave early.
Natalia's boss, a cool boss.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm leaving.
No, it's just so boss texts back. Oh, yeah, things happen. It's a slow day anyway, so we should be good.
She just sends back a thumbs up emoji.
All right. And Nessie?
Nessie is pondering this morning's event and is Googling how to find a PR agent.
Yeah, a bunch of hits. I mean, you're in a college city that has numerous professional sports. There's all sorts of hits that come up for local agencies. Give me a you don't have technology, so let's use culture and intellect on this.
Three. Oh, hold on. 2 of those are 10. Can I roll?
Yes.
Okay. 3.
Okay. Do you find any that you find a couple that kind of stick out? There's one that just kind of resonates. 3 sisters PR. Go to their website, and they seem to represent a number of Scions that you would know as sort of local. These Scions have maybe you might know them from particular acts of heroism. There's also, they show up at Boston's Children's. One of them was the head of the St. Patrick's Day parade a couple weeks ago, or listed as being clients of this agency.
Do any of them do PR for more mundane stuff? Or is it mostly for Scion stuff?
Yeah, they do. They are a PR firm. They do PR, but the thing that sticks out that kind of makes them is that you recognize that they have Scions as clients.
Okay.
Where few, if any, of the other agencies have a Scion as client that they speak of, let alone multiple.
I getcha. All right. I kind of make note of it and set myself a reminder to email them later, set up an interview or something, or however it's done.
All right. So the convent is in a kind of suburban urban neighborhood. It's still kind of definitely part of the city, but we're not talking sites, shops, or
we're not talking downtown. Yeah,
we're not talking downtown. This is
on the outskirts.
This is in a neighborhood.
Yeah,
people live around. There's a church. There's like bodegas on the corner. There's a Dunkin'.
There's a Dunkin' everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like 7-Eleven. Yeah.
It's not a large building, but it does sit on a corner lot. It has no parking lot of its own, but it does have a little garden out back. The stained glass that is in the windows, I would like you to give me either culture and occult or intelligence.
Yeah, I'll do culture and occult.
Okay.
Five successes.
The images on the stained glass are not what you would normally see at a presumably
Catholic
Christian
convent.
Catholic convent, but they are. It is like they took a mix of the 12th Pantheon and the angels and saints,
Irish
various Catholic
Catholicism.
stories.
Yeah.
And they're the same, as if you can recognize the figures from both the Pantheon and from Irish Catholicism as you enter. Your crow friend is kind of just sitting at the door.
Well, I'm here.
Kind of pecks at the door.
She goes to open it.
The crow kind of does a little crow pop inside. And as it crosses over the threshold, you see it transform. It grows larger, and before you is a nun. Welcome. Come on in. I think we have a lot to talk about.
Caitlin's just kind of blinking because a crow legit just transformed in front of her face. I mean, she's a witch, and shape-shifting is a concept in witchcraft, but it's not, like, legit. Okay.
So everyone else saw that, right? I don't want to be the only one that saw that. I don't want to be...
Yeah. Thank you. And she looks at the nun and says, lead the way.
So she kind of leads you in, and anybody else who follows. There are hundreds of kind of just books lining the walls. There is the room that you enter is a fairly open area. On the corners, there's doorways on each side, which probably go to different areas. But this floor is really just a big open library. The contents of the bookshelf are Irish culture, Irish heritage, the Tuatha De Danann. There's books on Fae. There's books on anything and everything you thought could be connected to Ireland. You can probably find a book on it in here.
Oh, this is like this is like a toy store to Caitlin. She is just like looking at all the titles, and her head is like constantly moving, like looking at all the titles.
Do we need a library card?
You are welcome to take any book and peruse it while you were here. We're going to ask that you don't leave the premises with any of the books.
Understood. Thank you.
Now, it appears that the visions that we had were right about you, Caitlin.
Explain.
We are, our order is dedicated to the Tuatha De Danann, and from time to time, we are granted visions of local scions who have not yet had their visitation. We do try to reach out to them when we can. And in my case, as you may have noticed, I do have that sort of a limitation where I'm not always able to be in this body.
I thought that was something that was a conscious choice.
It is for some. It is not something that I have been dealt with for long enough where I have gained that skill. There are certain triggers that force the transformation. Whenever I step onto holy ground, it triggers it one way or another. I will remain in this form until the next time that I step onto what the Tuatha De Danann consider holy ground. With their connection to the Fae, it is not always obvious what they consider holy. I'm sure you have questions. What is it that you would like to ask?
Who is my mother?
Well, I cannot say for certain, Ronald. I do not have the answer to that. I do know that based on the kind of some divisions that I've had of you, riding a horse, wielding a sword, leading people into battle. Morgan is clearly one possibility. There are many warriors in the Tuatha De Danann, though, so it's not a definite. The horse, we think, is the big key there. Not many others are known to be connected with that particular animal.
Indeed. Second question. Why do I smell grass and petrichor from myself at times, and even Nezzy?
Well, some Scions have a gift of being able to not just sense, but to be able to determine what Scions or other Scions are around by sense. Each pantheon has their own particular sense. You and Nezzy are from the same pantheon.
Have you had any visions of her?
Protector, the founder. There was the time where sometimes the visions aren't always necessarily ones of the future, but one of events that have already played out. As you remember the time that the kids from the rival school came over and you stood up to the ones that were bullying another one of the students.
Yeah.
That boy never did get his tooth fixed properly.
He had
But the that type of protection over one's neighborhood is something that we would not see common in the Scions of the Eru. Some of the female gods of our pantheon are always kind of difficult. Many of them are triple gods of sorts. They have many different aspects and they can appear in many different ways. Male gods are usually more straightforward. They're kind of not as versatile, I guess. So we do what would lead us to believe that would be your divine parent. You would eliminate Brigitte. She doesn't really necessarily check any of the boxes that we have from our knowledge of her. We're not always right with our prophecies and our visions. We admit that not all of our knowledge is complete, and it is sadly never firsthand knowledge. It's always at least secondhand from Scion. We haven't actually spoken with any of the gods of the Pantheon directly. But most of the information we have is third hand from people who follow, who notate, who witness and spread word of the actions of the gods and Scions.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Should you have... No, our doors are always open to you. So if you do ever, have need of our assistance, of course, we're here to help.
I didn't catch your name.
Sister Margaret.
Thank you, Sister Margaret. Do you have any requests or questions of us?
I do not. I do hope that, once you have met with your parents, once you start having more and more experiences with the world of divine, if you are able to come back and pass along any knowledge you've gained.
I'd be happy to. Then we will see ourselves out. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, and it's been a pleasure meeting you all. Go with the gods.
I don't think we have a choice, do we?
Yes.
And Caitlin literally chuckles when she says that. And we walk out the door.
Minnie just keeps her mouth shut because she knows she's gonna say something and it's not gonna be good.
Don't Natalia, on your way out, you get a message on a Slack server that you are on, for people who may, on occasion, decide that the rules of computer technology are there to be bent, used to their own devices, and occasionally broken to gather information. This message is not one that you are from somebody that you're aware of, though, somebody that you keep up with. You don't really know the person. And it just says, saw your video. You might be interested in this. And there is a link to a Mastodon. I don't know what the actual term is for the other clients, for Mastodons, whatever, but we'll call it a server.
She's gonna click the link and hope it doesn't mess up her phone.
You are brought to a website that says a Mastodon instance for Boston.Scions.
What does she find on the website? Well, first she's gonna, hey guys, come here real quick, and she'll like show them all her phone. No, someone sent me this weird link, and I clicked on the link, and it brought me to this website.
For those not familiar with Mastodon, imagine Twitter but having a little different pockets where you could have private servers. You will recognize that this is a private server to be registered for, to have full access. And it's just Boston.Scions.
Maybe I can join in and maybe get us some more information about if there's more, or if they know what we do as Scions, I guess.
That'd be good.
We run around in togas and just be like, I want more wine. I mean, really? Just come with a book or something? How would you connect with your parent that you don't know existed until like 30 seconds ago?
I mean, there probably is some useful information here. I mean, if
Go for it.
Okay. I mean, don't normally click on random links that nobody, the people you don't know send you. It's not a good thing.
You were registered to join the server.
All right. So Natalia, as you register to join the server, you've created an account, and you kind of scroll through the you're not quite following anybody yet, so there's not going to be anything that shows up on the page. But there's a little symbol. It's like a little group of people, and it shows it's a local server. So it's just posts from people on the server. And there's various, goats tabs. Like, did you see that video of that woman throwing the shoe at the Amazon? I'm like, I want to. I'm jealous. I'm excited. Like, do we know? Does anybody know who they are? And you see kind of a little bit of chatter about that. You go further down. There's some talk about a incident with something called a Titan spawn that went down in a basketball court in Southie a couple weeks ago. There's talks about how someone threw a fit and their snow turned into freezing rain, and various minor heroic deeds that seem like they're talking casually about things like running into a burning building to save people, about someone ripping the door off of a car to free someone who's been in a car accident. It is just casual, everyday conversation about those types of things. And something that comes up quite often is discussion about a bar called All Sides of Heaven, where they seem to congregate.
So, based on what I've been scrolling through, this group was run by other Scions that may live here. And they seem to talk pretty casually about all the heroic stuff they've been doing. Like someone ran into a burning building to save someone. They were discussing me throwing a shoe. That was the current discussion. And they all seem to congregate at this bar on all sides of heaven.
Is it too early to drink? I don't know the drinking laws.
I am Irish. It's never too early to drink.
I mean, I thought I was Irish. No, am I Greek? Does this all mean like we're all different things now? Then we thought, okay, all right, this is a thing. So wait, if you're Irish, were you really born with, like a thing of whiskey in your hand and, a sword in another and going, I'm ready to go to the world?
And no, they didn't put whiskey in my bottle at night. No.
Why not? I mean, Mom can use peach schnapps on me. Maybe she wrote it around my gums when I was teething.
I don't know much about my babyhood. Dad never wanted to talk about it.
Oh, it could have been bonding time.
No, I'm sure he was there.
Yeah.
But Mom wasn't.
Well, if you want to borrow my mom, you're more than welcome to. She's not a Scion, but or a goddess or whatever. But she makes really, really, really good, amazing chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, I might do that.
I will also borrow your mom for the cookies.
You can all borrow my mom. I mean, she needs a little love. Apparently, I don't call her enough or email her enough, and she keeps calling me.
Well, we can all call her, and then she gets plenty of calls.
Would you guys do that for me? So that I don't have to worry about her calling. Oh my God, why did you? Hold on, I gotta get the right voice. Why didn't you call me? Oh my God. When are you ever gonna start dating and each grandchildren? Oh my God, are you still doing your crazy stuff? I'm like, hey, I got so much to do, Mom. What you never do is call me. If you guys could all like randomly call her throughout the week and the weekend and do crazy stuff, who likes to shop? I don't.
Oh, that's going to be Natalia.
Oh, good. You'll go shopping with her because she's like, I gotta go to the mall. Let's go shopping. And then I keep telling her she looks good in everything, and she doesn't believe me. But then again, I think she looks good in black and everything, but then she's now always going in mourning. I don't understand.
I think, yes, we can all start calling your mom.
She'll just turn around and hand out the phone number right then and there.
Not even gonna waste a moment. I think we should check out the bar.
That's why I asked her, is it too early to drink? Can we drink?
I don't know if it's open. Somebody look that up.
I'll look it up.
And
let's
just get on in the car.
You have an address. There's no website.
Usually Google will have hours of operation.
Yeah. There's Google isn't saying whether it's open or closed, which it definitely seems odd. There is when you remember articles, and I use that term loosely. As mentioned, you had found various like TMZ versions, like Scion only TMZs. There are various pictures of various Scions entering the bar, exit the bar, partying at the bar, doing various, what could I say, stunts. Some of their, when there's a camera around, they put on a little show.
All right, so Caitlin puts the address onto her GPS and heads that way just to check and see if it's open or if it's closed, if they have hours on the window or something.
It's a nondescript brick building. If you hadn't seen one of the pictures from one of the tabloidish websites, you might not have recognized it. Not any clear sign other than it is definitely a bar. The first floor windows are tinted out so that can't really see in. There's a thick black door with just in small writing under it. the bar's name.
Ladies, should we go in?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Caitlin
Let's
will
see.
find parking and we'll walk in.
And Nezzy puts her hair back, puts it, because it's brightly colored, and puts a hat on. And because I'm assuming it's like, you know, not cool, it's not nighttime yet, a pair of sunglasses, and just kind of awkwardly goes along with it, but doesn't want to be visible.
Do you want a baseball hat?
I have a toque. I'm good.
What's a toque?
It's a hat.
Okay.
So as you open the door, there is a rather large man just kind of sitting on a stool. He's sitting on the stool, and he's still clearly taller than you. If he were standing up, you're not sure how he wouldn't hit his head on the ceiling. We're talking like 9-10 feet tall range is a good estimate of how tall he might be. He kind of looks you over and goes, "Oh, well, welcome in. Stairs. Doesn't bother checking any IDs.
Do I smell anything off of him?
Nothing that would be triggering scent of divine.
Okay.
He definitely smells like he is wearing too much clothes because of the being right in front of a door that keeps opening and closing.
He's been sweating.
he's been sweating, and it's chilling in it, and
yeah. I get it.
There's a smell of some sort of. He's been smoking something. It's not tobacco. It's not marijuana, and it certainly has a planty smell. But it's not something that you had ever really encountered for as any sort of recreational use.
Okay. She'll just store that away for a little bit. And we head on upstairs.
All right. It is about noonish. The bar is not exactly popping.
Mm-hmm.
There's, a middle-aged woman, short-ish hair, flat on. She's just kind of cleaning off some glasses, looks up, and welcome in. What can I get you for it?
Whiskey and a water.
All right, come right up. And the rest of y'all?
Just a water for me, please.
I'll just take a water as well.
Energy drink. I need energy, please.
You have a preference, darling?
I have a preference of who?
Let's take it one step at a time. With or without booze?
Oh! Can I get it with booze?
She kind of just waves her arm at a variety of little neon energy drink cans with various colors that you would assume would go with flavors. Whether or not they do is up for debate. And it's got like 4% alcohol by volume on the cans.
I'll go with the purple one. It looks pretty.
One purple people eater coming up.
song. My mom used to sing it to me all the time when I was a little kid. We tried to do that while we were collecting all the nuts on the floor.
Yeah, just for show sense, there's none here right now, but just the song, you may run into a Cyclops in here from time to time. They don't particularly like that song.
Oh.
I would imagine not.
Okay.
So when does this place usually get a little busier?
Well, a lot of the sort of regulars, late nights, gone to their thing. So they're usually just about now waking up. Some of them have day jobs. Some of them have night jobs. Some of them are freelancers. Usually not until happy hours does this place really start picking up. We'll have people trickling in from now and then. Mortals really don't start coming in until then. But then goes to 2 in the morning.
Okay. Thank you. She takes a sip of the whiskey. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, well, this is a special blend, so I have a feeling, for people coming in this time of day. Yeah, y'all are Science too, aren't you?
Yeah. Just found out.
No, well, welcome. This one was crafted by a Scion of one of the man, I have to remember which one he is. Here's the thing: when some of the trickster gods, their children can be kind of unreliable when it comes to who their parent is. Except for Loki, for some reason, the children of Loki are always, I swear, it's that damn Marvel movie.
Oh, it's like they wear it like a badge of honor.
Yeah, those ones really like to just throw it out there and be like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's my dad, kind of thing.
If they have glorious purpose, are they really burdened? I've always wanted to ask that.
I'm afraid I'm not the best one to answer that question for you. But I'm sure when someone comes in that I can point them in your direction.
Okay. I'll ask. Why not? I guess I only live once in whatever I'm doing. Let's do it.
All right.
As the kids say, YOLO?
Kind of leans in. Man, kids don't really say that anymore.
What do they say?
I just know YOLO was something that was going around about 10 years ago when I was coming up. I don't imagine that saying still going strong.
That's what they were yelling in college. I can't help it. They yell, YOLO! And then jump off of the thing and then break something and then they go get the one. Go get the small one. I was a small one and I had to patch them together so that we could get them to the nurse. Because I knew where the body parts were.
Around here, you're more likely to hear someone out, carpe diem.
Okay, well, I'm not part of the Dead Poet Society. I'm neither dead nor a poet. Not even close. And I'm not Robin Williams. There's no way in hell I could be that great. Wait, was Robin Williams a Scion? Now I've got to know.
No, he was not. He was just a damn good person.
I mean, he was an amazing person, but I was just wondering if he was touched by the divine because, you know what? Why not? Comedic genius.
Found lead skin. Scions aren't as funny as they think they are.
Aw, that's a pity. I thought it was slightly funny. Oh no. I will not hide in my den of players' creations now and just like sulk.
So y'all hanging out at the bar for a little while, waiting to see who comes in.
Yeah.
Shooting shit. Trying anything in particular while you're here?
Checking out, because I'm sure there's like photographs on the walls or something. You know, if these people love to tell their stories, there are bound to be photos of them on the wall.
There certainly are photos. There's a lot of kind of black and white style, intentional. Some of them may be intentionally older pictures. Some of them are
genuinely
modern. Some
are genuine
pictures,
and some are
yeah.
modern black and white. Yeah.
There's a lot of kind of a memorial feel to them. There's notes about, some of them have, dates on them, date of birth and presumably date of death, as if these are all,
it's a memorial wall.
Memorial, and it all kind of mentioned, this was Gregor, Scion of Freyr. This is Thomas, Scion of Ra, and so forth. Well, there will be a list, not so much of a list, but part of a particular deed that will stick out as part of their name. But not much more information on them other than a deed, a name,
who they were Scion of, and
right.
Dates. Yeah. But no, this is just good because, Caitlin knows next to nothing about this existence. So this is good.
All right.
Nezzy is analyzing the layout of the place, looking for points of entry, points of like leaving, just kind of like taking note of how many people are currently there, what they're like, what they look like, just identifying threats, if you will, at this exact moment in time. Can we make a roll?
There's nobody who is you definitely tell that there's people who could be maybe dangerous, maybe people who would look intimidating, but you don't get a sense of a threat from any of them. There is one, for lack of a better term, we're going to say leprechaun. Does not quite match the Lucky Charms image you might have seen. He seems very grumpy, though. There's maybe a dozen at most in the bar at the moment. And you can kind of hear the door open downstairs as people come and go. Not a lot of music's not on, or the door is just really heavy when it comes in and slams shut. Anybody else got anything they want to experience while they're at the bar at this moment?
While looking at the pictures, is there any people in the pictures that Natalia may have recognized as coming in, like the bookstore occasionally, or?
So this is all, there's not really anybody who is recently passed away. So this is a more involved, nobody who has passed away since Natalia has started working at the bookstore. So this wouldn't be anybody that would necessarily be known as a customer of the bookstore. There is one who sticks out that looks familiar. Miguel, child of Shiva, and you recognize that there was a autobiography of him that you sold under the title of Archon of the Debater.
I'll take note of that.
And at this point, as you settle in, waiting for the crowd to jump, unless anybody is going to leave before the crowd starts showing up for happy hour. As you settle in, time ticks by, drinks continue to come. There is a last thing that comes out is a special menu. And there is a Scion only menu with a offering of something that they call liquid ambrosia. And at that point is where we are going to end our tale for tonight.
Damn it, I wanted to try the liquid ambrosia.
Right. Sitting. I wanted to interact with the leprechaun.
With the leprechaun.
I wanted to find out if he really did have lucky charms.
Oh, God.
Probably not.
Minnie's going to piss off the leprechaun.
When the first time, it will not be the last.
All right, so let's go around and let's talk about experience. Everybody gets an experience point for showing up for today's game.
Yes.
All right, now tell me what your short-term deeds were. Did anybody accomplish them?
Yes.
Dr. Minnie, what was your short-term deed?
Who is Herman?
I'll give it to you.
Research. Yes.
I'll give it to you. Caitlin, what did you have for any short-term deeds?
Why does Nezzy smell like me?
Oh, we got that one.
Yeah.
We can check that one off. Natalia, what short-term deeds did you have?
She wanted to learn why she was chosen to be a Scion, so I don't think she got to do that.
Not quite there yet. And Nezzy, did you have a short-term deed?
I did, but I did not change it, and I did not protect anybody tonight, so I didn't.
Okay.
But you had the intention.
All right.
But,
well, we had not. Nobody, I believe, achieved anybody's long-term deed get achieved.
I have find out who my mother is, but I haven't got complete confirmation yet.
It's the crow.
I know, right?
All right.
Sister Margaret.
All right. There was no momentum spent this time, so we didn't get anything there really. Characters reach a story milestone. You have stumbled upon a secret-ish society of Scions within the city of Boston. So we're going to give you experience points for that. All right. And to our viewers, it has been a pleasure telling the story for you tonight. We hope you enjoyed what you saw and heard as much as we enjoyed performing for you. Let's hear from our players one more time. Once again, if we have name, handle, character, and where we can find you on the interwebs.
I am Relyn, she, her, and you will see me in Twitch chat as Mama McStabber, but you can find me on the Bird site at Relyn Dare, and other social media, you can look up Mama McStabber and you'll find me there. And I'll pass it off to the others.
Hi, I am Lonnie, she, her. You can find me on the Bird app at Lonnie10 and on Twitch as Sailor Lonnie. That's it.
Again, I am Unconscious/Jill. I'm not doing a whole lot, but you can find me on most every platform under Unconscious/Jill, with the exception of the Bird app, where I am uncon_/Jill. So feel free to join me or follow me.
I'm Judy Banesh. I live on the internet. I'm she, her, and you can find me pretty much anywhere that has Junie Vanesh somewhere attached to it. Here, my place, the RPG table. Sometimes I'm on Ravenos'. Oh, don't tell him. He's here.
I know.
And I know you can find me on Roll Call as well.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. You need to join us over on our Discord, because that is where Zach posted the casting call for this game and cast this show from. So if you wish to play at a virtual table with us, you need to be hanging out with us at Discord, because we post all our stuff that's upcoming there and let folks apply for it. Also, we have a wonderful community of very diverse people that share some very good common interests, and we are welcoming. So please join us there. And if you would like to catch back episodes of this series or others that stream here at McStabber Studios, you need to check out YouTube. At the McStabber channel, you will find Scion, our current Vampire Chronicle, Windy City After Dark, which is Chicago, and it's the V5, Vampire the Masquerade setting. And we also have lots of other things like Wraith and Mage and Changeling and oh my God. And yeah, so many one-shots, serials. We've done Monster Hearts. We've done Over the Garden Wall. We've done, you know, all sorts of things. Yeah. Bro Hunters, which is the haunted, the evil squat rack. Yeah, that was, yeah, bro. We have Bluebeard's Bride, all sorts of things over there. And then if you like Call of Cthulhu or D&D 5e, you'll want to check out Tiss's channel over at Ishvel. So those links are in chat now. Oh yeah, Demon's on there too. Forgive me, Ravnos. I am literally fried. I just play in too many games. So, also, Shanky already posted the friends list in chat, I believe, or somebody did. But on that friends list, go give them follows. They are, Junie right here is at the RPG table. She streams Vampire on Saturday evenings. Also, Ravnos Archon, he streams multiple times a week with multiple games, and you'll want to give him a check out and give him a follow and some love from the McStabbers. And then, of course, we have studio merch at Zazzle. We do not have any Scion merch yet, but I definitely think there needs to be a Studio Daddy Issues shirt because it applies to Demon, it applies to Scion, it applies to so many World of Darkness games that you got Daddy and Sire issues and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So that might be a like multi-game shirt that goes in. Corey says she'd wear it every day. And of course, we'll have to do a mommy issues one too. So, you know. But you do want to be signed in when you view our Zazzle store, because there are a few items that I had to mark as adult for the content due to language on the merch. So sign in as an account to verify your age, and that way you can see everything we have to offer. And if you enjoyed this stream tonight and wish to support these players at this table, including our story guide, Zach, you can give donations or show us your biddies, because we distribute those to our players. And if you wish to support the studio, you can do so by subscribing here on Twitch. And if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you get one free Twitch subscription a month, and you might consider giving that to us. And if you don't want Twitch to take half, because Twitch is a pimp, and not a very good one either, go to our KoFi site and you can donate directly to us there, and they don't take anything from that. So thank you so much for your consideration. I know money's tight for everybody right now, but if you are able, we appreciate it. Thank you. And of course, coming up over the next week, we have on Saturday, Call of Cthulhu 7E. 3 p.m. Eastern. It is London Esoteric Society set around the turn of 1900. Our amazing keeper, Tiss, runs a very fun and chaotic sometimes romp through Victorian, Edwardian era London. And these investigators are getting into all the stuff that's driving them insane. You'll want to join them for that if you enjoy Call of Cthulhu. And then on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, we are in season 10 of Windy City After Dark, and we're coming up on episode 3, and we haven't recorded it yet, but y'all, shit is cranking up in the city. It's about to be on. About to be on. So you want to join us. And of course, we'll be back here for the next installment of Scion, 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. And last but not least, we here at McStabber Studios, we have many, many people within our community, myself included, that deals with living in spite of mental illness. If you are in crisis at this time, please check our chat right now. There is a list of numbers for various crisis situations. That way, if you need immediate support, you can call or text them 24/7. Anytime, anywhere. And if you are outside of the U.S., there is a link to find a helpline. That site is a wonderful site that offers you an ability to search for the crisis support that you need in your country. And it supports over 140 countries worldwide. So please get the help you need and take care of yourself, really. I'm Mama McStabber. I'm a nurse. I know that the mind and body all work together. And if you got to take care of one so that the other can be taken care of, and vice versa. So please take care of your mental health. Take care of your physical health. If you are not well, please get checked out. Get your vaccines if you haven't done so already. Get your preventative care, your preventative screenings, things like that, because early detection saves lives. And last but not least, fuck the goddamn fascists. Fuck the GOP. What's going on in Tennessee is a democratic fucking crisis, with them trying to expel Democrat elected representatives just for daring to support peaceful protesters asking for gun legislation and gun control. And comparing it to January 6th, when this was a student-led peaceful protest. How dare they? How fucking dare? It shows they are not pro-life. They don't give a shit about kids. And fuck Putin. Fuck the Iranian government. fuck the French president for thinking that he can get away with up in retirement age. Why the fuck don't we revolt here in America for that? You know, they keep doing it to us. Next, they're going to bump it up to 70. I think we should let trash pile up in the streets next time they try that shit. And legit, be kind. Being nice is performative, y'all. You can be mean, but still be kind. Just be kind. Said with love. Have a good night.